Hello everyone, and welcome back to Works and Resources Soviet Republic, the Democratic People's Republic of Fjordland, and episode number 86 in our Let's Play series. Hope the week has treated you kindly, and you've not fried to death in what was the hottest goddamn days I've ever experienced in this country. Literally, the UK breaking all heat records. That's alarming, really worrying, but it's fine. I'm not dying of heat exhaustion today as I record this voiceover, and it's mainly a voiceover you're going to get today. In fact, that's all it is, because episode 86 is going to be this sped up footage as I make and design things. It's about 4 hours of gameplay in total that I've crammed into about half an hour, because a lot of stuff got done. Let me know if you think that this is a good format or not, because we get, as I say, quite a lot of stuff done in this episode, which probably in the olden days would have took us months to do, but because I played it and just got on with it, and now I'm narrating over it, maybe we can cover a little bit more. We're starting in the Cultural City then, the Cultural City, where I'm planning out a brand new district, and look at that road. It is not the best idea. In fact, there's quite a lot of this footage is just me attempting things and then failing. But this is going to be, I think it's District 4 at this point. We do not start work on it just as of yet. We just plan it out. Because with the Cultural City, we're kind of at a stage now where it would be great if I could get some of that industry up and running. Not that I need to get cars made straight away or anything, but certainly the train depot to unload food, it would be good to get. Because at the moment, for the Cultural City, as I'm planning this out and putting the supermarket down, at the moment, all food and everything is delivered over the motorway bridge via lorries, which is fine, but as the city grows, it's going to need supplies a lot closer to home. And that is why we set up the cargo holders in the previous episode and all that stuff, is so that we can get everything ready, so that we can just have these things on demand in the Cultural City. But first things first then is this. We are designing District 4. It follows the same route as all the other micro districts that we have, having houses around a circumference and things inside them. It's not quite the same big, like, circular structures as District 1. This is a lot smaller. My idea will be that we'll build other houses off it. But what I'm noticing, and what is very, very good, is because of the frequency of shops and cultural stuff within the Cultural City, even... So, it's a really poor example, but like District 3 over here, that's close to District 2's shop, so the people who live at the very bottom of District 3 can still get to another shop in District 2. They've got their choices, essentially. Everything is within reach, even if it isn't necessarily within that district. It's good. As I say, though, not the focus of where my construction teams are going to be going today. We will get them set up working down in the docks. Well, that's not really the docks, but down by the vehicle plant, getting things done. I'm just planning out roads that we can then base construction around. I like these, I like having this big arterial road in the middle, and then swervy little roads around it. Cultural City's getting together, though. It's getting there gradually. It's a long-term project, this one that we will finish at some point, but it's good. You can see in the top left corner the money situation. Thankfully, that is something that we will look to address, because 41 million is not exactly a small amount of money, and certainly we're selling a lot of stuff to NATO right now as well. It's not a small amount of money, but what it is less than 44 million, which is where we were a few last episode. So one of the things that I started to get concerned with as well was the idea that we need to probably make more money. A little bit capitalist of me, I know. oh my god, guys, I ran into this problem. This problem took me so long to figure out. So this is a train distribution area right here, and no matter what I did, trains were coming out and just getting stuck facing one another. It was causing this huge train traffic jam, which was so annoying because I just didn't know how to fix it, and it was taking me ages. I deleted a little storage thing, thinking that might help. I set this up here, made it one way, so thinking that trains would have to come out one way and go in another, but even then we fell into this problem. My solution, I thought, was quite good. All the trains are going through this train cargo station, right? They're all going through this train cargo station. So when the train cargo station's full, things are getting stopped. What I needed was a bypass. And if these distribution trains were coming out, they don't need to go to the cargo station first, right? So my idea was, if I made a bypass just for them from the distribution office, so they could come out and then get on the main line, hopefully it would allow us to get things going. I'll be honest, I don't really know why that's purple. Oh, no idea, it's fine. Got it sorted. I sorted it right then. Thought I was going to have another panic. So yeah, what you find, and I know this is going very fast, but what you do find is that this works. Look at that. You can see a train there on the... Oh my god, I'm flittering around so fast. Trains bypass and get back onto the main line. Now, we do have a problem where all these lanes and lines narrow down onto a 2-line bit. So it's a little bit of a bottleneck. Something that maybe we would have to solve, but I'm hoping that kind of what will happen is just trains it'll alleviate itself eventually. And now we're back at the Cultural City. That building there was a Communist Party headquarters. We've got the police, not police, secret police all set up. Basically, District 2 is up and running, and so I decided to buy some cars, spending more of that money that I don't need to spend. But it's quite nice because I do like seeing cars moving around for those loyal workers of our republic. It's quite a nice thing, isn't it? Getting them to have their thing, cars and personal space. And then this is what I was on about. This is down by the vehicle construction place, getting our people to focus their attention there. We're not building any more housing in the Cultural City until we get this sorted. What is kind of annoying, and I don't think we'll see this until a little bit later, I set up for this container unloading place, right? And everyone in the Cultural City is employed, and so no one's getting the bus. No one's getting the bus and going down there to work, which is a little bit of a problem. Something that'll hopefully be solved in the future, I guess. I guess we just have too many big buildings, big cultural buildings that suck up employment, which is fine. That's what the Cultural City's for. But we are going to need people there. Either that, or I guess if no one is going to work at the container and loading place, I guess I could load up a train with food rather than containers, and then that way we can at least just get rid. Anyway, Jarnagrad on Navi Jarnagrad is looking great. God, this is I recorded this footage over a week, and this was some of the earliest stuff, and I'd forgotten this. I'd forgotten as well. The game kept crashing. Really annoying. I don't know, I guess, if it was the heat killing my laptop as well. But Jarnagrad is at a position now where things are ready to move. We are emptying out the grain silo. We are going to build the other container for the food things at Navi Jarnagrad, the new food factory. So things are getting pretty good. In fact, we can... oh yeah, I've got it set up so that grain will now go in to the new grain container, I guess. It's funny watching this footage back because this is the first time I did it, and I say the first time I did it because it crashed like not long after this, 20 minutes after, and it hadn't auto-saved. And so I had to redo a lot of this. I'd done it exactly the same. I will say that. It is exactly the same. What I've done... apparently I go to Chernakova. But let me tell you what I've done with Navi dranograd. I'm setting up so that all the former distribution stuff that was going into the old grain silos is now going into the new one. That's the plan, anyway. Apparently we're not focusing on Jarnagrad at the moment, which is funny to me because I edited this video and I've forgotten. Oh yeah, forgot about this as well. So I mentioned about money. We have gone back up to 44 million. As I say, the game crashed. I didn't record a lot of stuff again. Time passed. We got a bit of money through selling fuel and stuff down at the other one. But I figured here is a fuel and bitumen place, right? And we have a lot of it. This is the train. This is the fuel that usually just goes to the industrial city, and it's full. Like, the refinery cannot produce anything more. So I thought, wouldn't it be grand? Wouldn't it be wonderful and grand if we could sell off some of that fuel? Why can't we set up a shipping port? Shipping port? Is that right? Yeah. Why can't we set up a shipyard that sells fuel? And I made that same mistake that I always make, where I place the underground pump thing down. Stupid boy. So this is what the plan is here, to make a little bit more money. We build a pipeline that's going directly to the pumping place, and we will build up a new place to sell fuel, a new place to get all this stuff. Now, it is annoying because it's just a little bit out of reach, so I do have to put these forwarding pumps on, which is really annoying because they require power and everything requires to be built, and it's just a little bit annoying really to me. But with that all in mind, we are able to... That was me just checking to make sure I'd put the right station down, wasn't it? We do assign it so that these lads and lasses can get this stuff built. It will just be another grand place to sell some stuff. We can sell it to... Maybe we'll sell it to both. Maybe we'll sell it to NATO. Maybe we'll sell it to the Soviets. Either way, it's just... I know it's very capitalistic, but my aim is to make this country as rich as possible so that we can then use that to make cool stuff. Here is something that you may find very interesting. I was on this money bend, right? I was thinking, oh, how can we make more money? Well, my idea here was we have a lot, and I mean a lot of nuclear fuel. Lots of nuclear fuel. And I thought it would be wonderful to sell some of that nuclear fuel to the Soviet Union. We start by moving literal nuclear fuel down to the seaside to sell it there, and we also move, I think it's like uranium oxide, down to the industrial cities. It's got a shipyard there, which we were selling off steel and stuff. We start moving stuff there. I soon realise as well, though, that distribution offices do not work. Right? Distribution offices cannot pick up nuclear fuel. Or at least, if they can, I don't know how to do it. If you can do it, tell me in the comments below, because I could not, for the life of me, work out how they were going to pick it up. So instead, we bought a lorry. I bought a lorry over here, yeah, right over here, because I don't know where any other vehicle stations are. And I told it to come and pick up some nuclear fuel and to take it to the seaside. That is what we were trying to do. It took me forever. This was so frustrating. I think I messaged like Mr. Kachib and Kayamaya because I just could not work it out. Could not work out why it was not working. But eventually it does work. And towards the end of this video, we're about, halfway through now. Towards the end of this video, you will see that everything does work, and we managed to get ships sailing off with nuclear fuel. I tell you one thing, let me tell you this, because I don't think I include this in the footage. The end of the episode's going to be in snow, right? And that's because I spent about a month and a bit playing around with a ship that wouldn't work, right? I had this container ship going, and I'm like, why isn't it picking up nuclear stuff? It got stuck on the land. It really annoyed me. I sent some frustrated texts to everyone about it. And then I found out that this beautiful shipyard here that you can see at the seaside, it only fits one ship. Only one ship, right? It's massive. I thought 2 ships could fit, but no. And so that was why it wasn't doing it. It's because it was sat like it couldn't get to the station, to the cargo port. So I do the ship that is there that imports clothes and electronics and stuff. That one that costs us a lot of money. That ship is no longer just sitting around waiting to unpack everything. It's just going. It'll wait for a little bit and that's it. It'll cost us more. It'll cost us shorter amount of money. No, wait. It will frequently cost us money, but it will be a lot less than before. I don't know if I'm making any sense. We're selling nukes anyway, not nuclear weapons, although we could pretend it's nuclear weapons if you want. I personally prefer the idea that it's just selling some nuclear fuel to the Soviet Union. Not to NATO. We are not selling it to NATO. We are exporting stuff to NATO, but I kind of figured I'd draw the line at selling nuclear stuff to NATO, but it worked. So I finally found a lorry that can take stuff, and this is me buying the boat, and then I hated it. It just didn't make any sense to me. No sense to me whatsoever. But it is a money earner, and again, it's not that we are these big capitalist dogs, but if Fjordland can get a little bit of good revenue coming in, that is the type of stuff we can use to buy other things, to show that we are that we are successful. That money there, that 44 million that is going up, that and the dollars as well. That's not my money. That's the people of Fjordland's money, right? And I did just do a hand action to say, like, everything the light touches, Simba, is yours. All that money is yours, Fjordlanders. This isn't, this isn't a capitalist economy. We're not looking for profit margins. We're showing how successful our country is. And maybe one day we'll spend all that money on buying something stupid. Like the Palace of the Soviets. No, not the Palace of the Soviets, Chris. Not the Palace of the Soviets. Never the Palace of the Soviets. But this does work, and I did get frustrated because the fuel does load up there, but I forgot I could have loaded it directly to the cargo station, and then with a ship, when the ship didn't work, I had bought a lorry and moved them from the container thing to the port, because I thought maybe that was not working, and then I realised that it needed one ship. I'm rambling. Listen, either way, it was a frustrating time. Really frustrating. Oh God, sorry. So gee, how professional, coughing down the microphone. What I would say is that we are now getting to a stage with Fjordland where we're nearly 100,000 people, right? The game. I'm so sorry. I am sorry. The game isn't unplayable, which is mad, apart from in the 40-degree heats. Don't try and play it then. Don't try and play it in 40-degree heats. It still works. We definitely lose frame rates around certain points, and if you're in an area where there's crops been harvested, your frame rate is definitely gonna drop then. It's all good fun. But what I'm saying is that we're still okay. Fjordland is not unplayable as of yet, and so we'll see where we're at when the cultural city finishes. I imagine at that point we're going to have well over 100,000 people, which is going to be insane. But it's going to be interesting. I kind of want to see how far we can push this game before it breaks. I say that. I don't want Fjordland to just stop because one day the game stops working. I think Fjordland needs a nice send-off when we do finish it. So I'm going to try and judge it based on, like, I don't know, based on how well the game's performing, okay? It's not going anywhere yet. This isn't me saying it's going. But it's just as a heads up that I don't want to push it. I don't want to push the game to breaking point because I do want it to work. Just in the background there, using some of that 44 million to go and purchase some asphalt. Some stuff I did do off camera here was I revisited Chernakova. In fact, do I do this on camera? Probably not. I revisited Chernakova, right? And what did I do in Chernakova? I upgraded some of the lorries so that they're faster, and they're now selling more things. There was a lot, like the Robert Huth brick factory. The Robert Huth brick factory was producing so much bricks, and our trucks were so slow, right, that it was not able to work because there was too much bricks. They were producing bricks faster than we could export them. So I bought some more faster lorries. So we could sell bricks faster. So we could sell the prefab panels faster. So we could sell steel that little bit faster. All things going into our export-based economy, exporting to our friends in the Soviet Union. All good stuff. So hopefully, again, I'm talking so much about money, but that will make things go faster. What am I doing? What am I actually doing here? Oh, this is me setting up the bus station. So this is what I'm talking about, right? Where the container station is here in the cultural city, I set up a bus station and get some buses to go and take people down there. But no one does. No one does because no one is waiting there. I have no workers waiting at bus stops because we are under capacity, I guess, in the cultural city. Here we go anyway. Jarnagrad. Navi Jarnagrad. The food warehouse is there and ready to go. And so this is where I start to reallocate some of the journeys. I get the lorries that pick up the crops from the field. Now, instead of going and dropping things off in their previous one, they're going there. All the routes that were using that warehouse to feed Jarnagrad, to feed Eisenherstadt, in fact, they all now come to this place. It took me a while, and as I say, the game crashed, and I had to do it all again. Wonderful. But we do get there, and that does mean that eventually I am able to delete the food factory. Demolish it, we'll say. Let me tell you something, right? As much as I'm trying to improve Jarnagrad, there's one big thing that I cannot get better. I built the railway too close to the road. And that's great because it looks lovely. It looks quite nice. The only problem with that is I cannot get another entrance into Jarnagrad, which means that when all the lorries do come here, even though it's a 6-person cargo station, guess what? We get quite a lot of traffic build up. I'm hoping it's just a short-term thing, because what I do in a minute is build a distribution office which goes, and I don't know if you remember because this was many months ago, but I set up a line that when winter hit and we ran out of crops here, it would go to the border and pick up and just purchase crops, right? If you remember that. So that it's called like the winter grain line or something like that. I set up a new distribution office that kind of does that. Its job is to... Here it is, in fact. Its job is to go down to the border, buy crops, and start filling up this grain silo. And obviously, at the moment, there's no grain in it, and so they all just focus on doing that. They have another job as well. When food gets too much in the warehouse there, they're going to move it over to the overspill one, which is attached to a train line that then delivers it elsewhere. I'm hoping this is going to up our capacity a little bit. But what is just, we just get a huge traffic jam, and it's kind of annoying. There's a lot of lorries as well. I love these lorries, by the way. They're so quick. I mean, obviously, this is at 4 times the speed, but they're very quick, and that's kind of good. But yeah, it's all... I've got headphones in my house, sorry. It's all very cool. With that in mind, then, what we do eventually is replace this food factory and the warehouse with houses. We are rebuilding Jarnagrad in a better image, I guess. We want it to be better. It's difficult because I just didn't plan Jarnagrad that well, but we have to do it incrementally, and here it is. Here is the time. Oh god, it's not even here yet, is it? I'm just selling off all the lorries. Go away, you daft lorries. We are going to use the new Fjordskas in Jarnagrad. We find lots of space for them, and what I'm going to be able to do is actually up the capacity of Jarnagrad. Some of these big buildings that are in Jarnagrad actually don't support that many people. Like the big tower blocks there, the red and the blue one, it's only like 198 people, which I'm sure those apartments are luxurious and spacey, but the Fjordska can double that capacity because they're cramped and they're for the bachelor or bachelorette or the housemates. It's great. I don't know what I'm on about, guys. What I'm hoping, and this hasn't materialised just yet, is that with the food factory deleted, people will get on the bus that I've put on and go and work down at the food factory, the new one. I'm not seeing that as of yet, but I'm hoping that that's just because we haven't done like a full day cycle. But it's needed, and I'm thinking like the middle of Jarnagrad needs to be improved somewhat as well. I don't know how we're going to do it, because I'm just going to have to build things. I feel like I'm going to have to build things incrementally, so build certain houses at a time, not allow people to move into the Fjordskas, right? And then move people from other Fjordskas into this. Does that make sense? Do I even go with... Yeah, I put down an 8-sided one and start playing around with this idea of building like a connected building. And I don't like it. I know I built these type of buildings, but I feel like it's not a good use of space. And so what we do go for is the smaller one. I'm going to say smaller one, Chris. Oh yeah, I start thinking about the older Fjordskas. Funny. Yeah. I go with the 4-story ones, and then we put them at this little angle here. And I think this is grand. A grand plan. We can then connect them all up. Now, I will say, when you see this next time, it will look slightly different. It's still the same idea, but this is one of the areas where the game crashed. This is where, after this, the game just went bleh and stopped working, and I lost so much work, which was really annoying. It proper annoyed me, but I have got it sorted, so it is sorted out, and we don't need to worry too much. So this is the plan for Jarnagrad. We're gonna gradually, incrementally make it better, and that will be what we look at in the next episode. Next episode won't be next Saturday. I just want to say that I'm going away. I'm going away on a summer camping trip, and so I won't be here, which means there won't be a video on Saturday. But then there should be a video the weekend after, maybe 2, because it is my turn on the Round Robin Republic. So that'll be good. If you haven't looked at it already, check out Kayamaya's channel that's linked to this channel, because they're doing a wonderful job on their version of the Round Robin Republic. But this is it. This is my nuclear ship sailing off into the distance with lots and lots of money for our little republic. And this is where we're going to finish today's episode, guys. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you will join me next time we come to Fjordland. till next time, stay safe. Bye-bye for now.